Ever wondered how you can feel God's presence in your life using just a few Bible verses? Experiencing God's presence is a beautiful thing. It's like having a constant companion who guides and uplifts you through life's ups and downs. But sometimes, it can feel elusive. That's why I want to share with you 7 powerful Bible verses that can help you connect with God on a deeper level. These verses aren't just random pickups, they're carefully selected to guide you into a more intimate relationship with God. They offer promises, guidance, and encouragement, helping you to experience His presence in your daily life. The goal is to move from just knowing about God to actually experiencing Him. When you do, you'll find peace, comfort, and strength in ways you never thought possible. Let's dive into these verses and see how they can transform your walk with God. The first verse I want to share with you is Psalm 16 verse 11, "You make known to me the path of life, in your presence there is fullness of joy, at your right hand are pleasures forevermore." This verse is beautiful because it highlights the joy and fulfillment that comes from being in God's presence. David, the writer, wasn't just talking about a future hope, he was experiencing it in his life. The context of this verse is crucial. David was in a place of refuge, seeking God's guidance and protection. His declaration that in God's presence there is fullness of joy is a powerful invitation for us to seek God actively. When you think about it, isn't that what we all want? A life filled with joy, purpose, and pleasure. This verse reminds us that it's available in God's presence. So, how can you apply this to your life? Take a moment today to seek God's presence. Pray, read His Word, or simply sit in silence, inviting Him to fill you with His joy. The second verse that brings me comfort is Deuteronomy 31 verse 6, "Be strong and courageous. Do not fear or be in dread of them, for it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not leave you or forsake you." This verse is a game changer because it reminds us that we're not alone. Moses was speaking to Joshua, who was about to lead the Israelites into a daunting task. But Moses' words are just as relevant to us today. God is with us, and He promises not to leave us or forsake us. Think about the situations in your life that make you feel anxious or fearful. This verse is a direct promise that God is with you in those moments. He goes before you, and He's with you every step of the way. So, take a deep breath and let this verse sink into your heart. You are not alone, God is with you. The third verse I want to share with you is Psalm 23 verse 4, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and your staff comfort me." This verse speaks directly to our fears and anxieties. David wrote this from a place of trust. He knew that even in the darkest moments, God was with him. The imagery of the shepherd's rod and staff is comforting. It's a reminder that God guides and protects us. When you're walking through a tough time, this verse can be a source of peace. Remember that God is with you, and He's working everything out for your good. So, let's hold on to this promise. God is our shepherd, and He leads us through life's challenges. The fourth verse that I love is Psalm 95 verse 6, "Oh come, let us worship and bow down, let us kneel before the Lord our Maker." Worship is a powerful way to experience God's presence. When we worship, we're not just singing songs, we're inviting God into our midst. We're acknowledging His greatness and surrendering our lives to Him. In worship, we find connection with God. It's a two-way conversation where we express our love and adoration, and He speaks to us through His Word and the Holy Spirit. So, make worship a part of your daily routine. It can be as simple as playing worship music and singing along, or taking a moment to thank God for who He is. The fifth verse I want to share is James 4 verse 8, "Draw near to God, and He will draw near to you." This verse is straightforward. The more we pursue God, the more He reveals Himself to us. It's a promise that if we take the initiative to draw near to Him, He'll meet us there. It's not about being perfect, it's about being willing. So, what does it mean to draw near to God? It can be as simple as setting aside time to pray, read His Word, or meditate on His presence. The sixth verse that brings me comfort is Hebrews 13 verse 5, "Keep your life free from love of money, and be content with what you have, for He has said, I will never leave you nor forsake you." This verse reminds us of God's faithfulness. The writer of Hebrews is telling us that we can trust God to provide for us and be with us. He's not just a distant deity, He's an intimate friend. This promise of God's presence can free us from anxiety and worry. When we trust Him, we can live contentedly, knowing He's got our back. The seventh and final verse I want to share with you is 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 17, "Pray without ceasing." This verse isn't just about prayer, it's about living in awareness of God's presence. Paul was urging the Thessalonians to cultivate a lifestyle of prayer, which means being mindful of God throughout the day. So, how can you live this out? Try setting reminders on your phone or placing notes around your home to pause and pray. To sum it up, these 7 verses offer us a roadmap to experiencing God's presence. They invite us to seek Him, trust Him, worship Him, and live in awareness of Him. Each verse gives us a unique perspective on how to connect with God. Whether you're seeking joy, comfort, peace, or guidance, there's a verse here for you. The key takeaway is that experiencing God's presence isn't complicated. It requires a willingness to seek Him and trust Him. As you go about your day, I encourage you to reflect on these verses. Let them guide you into a deeper relationship with God. If you have a favorite Bible verse that helps you experience God's presence, share it with us in the comments below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to our channel for more videos on faith and spirituality. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.